Here now we are discussing in the part 5, last of the derivation of this chapter, that is the combination of the capacitors. In the 10th standard, if we remember, we have come across combination of the resistors, where we have combined resistors in the series and in the parallel. Resistors were combined in series to increase their resistance, and they were combined in parallel to decrease their resistance. Similarly, the same thing can be done to the capacitors also. Capacitors can be connected in series and in the parallel combination to change the value of the capacitance. First, we will discuss the series combination. When negative plate of one capacitor is connected to the positive plate of the second capacitor, and negative plate of the second capacitor is connected to the positive plate of the third capacitor, and so on, then the capacitors are said to be connected in series. What is the meaning? We know that whenever a capacitor is there, it is connected to a battery. One terminal is connected to positive terminal of the battery, another is connected to negative terminal of the battery. One of the terminal gets at higher potential, other terminal gets at lower potential. So here, if we have suppose three capacitors C1, C2 and C3, where first plate of each capacitor is positive charge, second plate of each capacitor is negative charge. Now if these capacitors are connected in such way that the negative plate of the first capacitor is connected to the positive plate of the second capacitor, this is the negative plate of the second capacitor, this is the positive plate of the third capacitor, you connect it together. In this way, if we keep on connecting the capacitors together, then this combination of the capacitor is called as the series combination. So in this way, all the capacitors connected to each other with one first terminal of the first capacitor and the last terminal of the last capacitor remaining free. So this positive terminal of the capacitor A is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and this terminal, negative terminal of the last capacitor, is connected with the negative terminal of the battery. So as soon as the circuit is connected, battery, because earlier these capacitors are totally empty, battery will immediately start transferring the charge Q towards the capacitors. As the capacitors will be receiving the charge, their potentials will be rising. Ultimately a stage will be reached where the potential difference between the point A and the point B will be same as that of the potential difference between these two terminals of the battery. When this potential difference becomes same, between A and B and between these two terminals becomes same, potential difference disappears, so no further transferring of the charge takes place. In this case, battery is transferring the charge into the circuit from the point A, and the charge is leaving the circuit from the point B, like this, because there is only one single connection for the transfer of the charge to take place from A to B. There is only one single path through which charge can be transported from A to B. This means that charge Q on each of the capacitor will be same. Although capacitors are of different capacity, C1, C2 and C3, but because they are in series combination, so charge on each capacitor Q will be also same. But we know that Q is equal to CV. Although Q is same for all the three capacitors, but because C is different, so V, which will be equal to Q by C. Potential difference between the two plates of capacitor of each capacitor will be different. Let potential on the first capacitor is V1, for the second it is V2, for the third it is V3. Because C of each capacitor is different, so potential difference across each capacitor will also be different. The whole system work according to law of conservation of charge and law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of charge says that charge cannot be created nor be destroyed, but total charge always remains constant. This means that whatever charge left from the positive terminal of the battery, the same amount of charge must enter into the negative terminal of the battery. So charge through each of the capacitor is same. Law of conservation of energy. Potential difference is work done per unit charge. Work done is nothing but the energy. So when charge is transferred from the battery into the capacitors, battery is transferring its energy into the capacitors. So when battery transfers some of the energy, it gets divided into three parts. Some part got into C1, some other part got into C2, and a left out part get into the C3. Energy cannot be created nor be destroyed. Sum total of energy always remains constant. This means that sum total of the energy of capacitor C1, C2 and C3 must be equal to the total energy supplied by the battery. In simple meaning, when potential difference will be developed across each of the three capacitors, the sum of the three potential difference V1 plus V2 plus V3, it must be equal to the total applied potential difference by the battery. It is according to law of conservation of energy. Now series combination, we want to find an important quantity called equivalent capacitance or net capacitance. What is this equivalent capacitance or net capacitance? Here we have observing that when three capacitors C1, C2, C3 are connected to the battery V, battery is transferring charge Q to them. So if we want to extract a given quantity of the charge Q, suppose from a battery having potential difference V, we have to make use of three different capacitors C1, C2 and C3. Finding equivalent or net capacitance means that instead of using three different capacitors, why don't we make use of only one single capacitor, which when connected to the same battery is able to extract the same amount of the charge Q. In simple meaning, suppose a big block of concrete is there. A person A applies a force of 2 Newton, it doesn't move. A person B applies a force of 3 Newton, it doesn't move. A person C applies a force of 5 Newton, it doesn't move. But when they all together apply the force 2 Newton, 3 Newton, 5 Newton, total force of 10 Newton act on the block and it starts moving in the forward direction. So finding equivalent capacitance means instead of using three persons which can apply smaller magnitude of force, why don't we find a fourth person D which single-handedly can apply a force of 10 Newton and can move the block. So here function of the capacitors connected to the battery is to extract charge Q from the battery. So when we wanted to extract charge Q, we have to connect three capacitors C1, C2, C3 with the battery. Finding equivalent capacitance means that why don't we select only one capacitance, one single capacitor, which when connected to the same battery is able to extract same charge Q. That means the function of the three capacitors should be done by only a single capacitor. So a single capacitance which draws same amount of charge from a battery as it is drawn by a number of other capacitors connected to the same battery, we call that as the net or the equivalent capacitance. That can be represented by this circuit where we have connected a single capacitor Cn and for net connected to the same battery when it is drawing the same amount of the charge. So Cn, remember, will be equivalent of C1, C2 and C3 only when it is connected to same battery is able to extract same charge Q. If this value of Cn connected to same battery V is not able to extract the charge Q, then Cn will not be equivalent capacitance of C1, C2 and C3. Now we want to find a mathematical relation between Cn, C1, C2 and C3, that how these three work together to generate the net capacitance Cn. For this we are going to make use of the equation Q equal to Cv. We know that capacitors are in series. So charge on each capacitance is same, that is Q1, Q2, Q3. Charge on first, second and third capacitor is same, that is equal to Q. Each capacitance is different, so potential difference across each capacitor is also different. So first capacitance is having charge voltage V1 Q by C1, second is having V2 equal to Q by C2, third is having V3 equal to Q by C3. Now, according to law of conservation of energy, total applied voltage must be equal to sum of these three voltages. That is, total applied electric potential by the battery must be equal to sum of the potential drop across each capacitor, V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So if we substitute these values of V1, V2, V3 over here, we have V equal to Q by CS, or we can write Cn, S for series, equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. Q is common on both sides, so it can be cancelled. So we are left with 1 by Cs is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So this is the mathematical relation between C1, C2, C3 in order to get net capacitance in the series combination, which says that the sum of the reciprocals of the individual capacitances gives us the reciprocal of the net capacitance. So in general, if we are connecting n capacitors in series, then their net capacitance will be 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 plus so on up to 1 by Cn, all equal to 1 by Cs. If all capacitors are of the same value, that means C1, C2, C3, Cn all are of same value C, 1 by Cs will be 1 by C plus 1 by C plus 1 by C, so on up to n times, which will be equal to n by C, or Cs will be equal to C by n. Because C is divided by n, this means that capacitance in case of series combination decreases. So series combination of capacitors is used to decrease the net capacitance. In case of series combination, you have to remember some important point, that reciprocal of equivalent capacitance equal to sum of the reciprocal of individual capacitance. Equivalent capacitance, that is Cs, is smaller than the smallest capacitance present in the combination, which means suppose we have connected three capacitors, 2 microfarad, 3 microfarad and 4 microfarad in series with each other. What is the smallest individual capacitance in the combination? It is 2 microfarad. So when we find the equivalent of this using this equation, we will get that the Cs will be even smaller than 2 microfarad. Charge on each capacitance is same. Potential difference on each capacitor is inversely proportional to its capacitance. We have just seen that V is equal to Q by C. Q is constant for all the three, so V is inversely proportional to C. That means greater the capacity of a capacitor, lesser will be its potential. And the sum of the potential across each capacitor must be equal to total applied potential. This is according to law of conservation of energy. Thank you.